day tips to crack SBI Clerk PRE 2016. Now, in this special show, like the Hindi version, we would focus on discussing the strategy and the last minute tips in order to crack the SBI PRE. With us in the studio, we have highly esteemed gurus, Reasoning Guru, Maths Guru, and English Guru. Welcome you all to this special show. Let's start the discussion of the last day tips to crack SBI Clerk PRE 2016. Now, the first question is to the English Guru. So, what are your opening comments in order to prepare on the last day before the examination?
See, as far as the last day preparation is concerned, I just say that the candidates should not go for something new. They should only practice what they have practiced for so long, because tomorrow is your examination. So don't try anything new. Don't experiment. Just go with what you have done so far and just keep on practicing your previous year papers.
Exactly.
That's all.
Okay, another question to our Reasoning Guru. So, your opening comments on the last day strategy.
Lastly, I'll say that stick with your own strategy. What you have decided in your speed test, what you have done in your speed test, stick with that only.
Okay.
And do implement with 100% accuracy.
Okay. Now, I have a question for the Maths Guru from Honey. And the question is, sir, the quants, what should be the attempts in the section of sequence series? What should be the minimum attempt? How many questions would be there from the sequence series?
Sequences may be 5 questions.
Five
Say
questions.
5 to 6. At least 5 questions. You attempt minimum 3 or 2 questions.
Okay. Another question to our English Guru, sir. How much time should Miss Ankita Lahari give to each section, according to you, especially to the English section, that is?
Well, see, not only Miss Ankita Lahiri, but even the other aspirants as well, they should give 15 to 20 minutes to the English section, and they must divide it 20-25 minutes for reasoning and mathematics.
Okay. Another question to our Reasoning Guru, sir. If we talk about the Silogs chapter, what could be the possible topics, possible types of Silogs that could come in the SBI pre?
Firstly, your question should be like whether it will come or not. Because
Exactly, yes,
in
first question.
last year in IBPS exam, there was one surprise that they didn't give the question of syllogism in pre-exam. That was quite surprising. But if you go back previously in 2 or 3 years back, continuously you can see that they were giving 5 question in each and every exam. So this time also they'll give 5 question. But one new thing, from last 2011 in here, first time they asked the question of possibility. So there will be 2 type, one is definite, one is possibility. So definitely it will come. But surprisingly, the what you are supposing that like inequality, you're supposing it will come and I'll do that, maybe they'll surprise you by not giving that question in this exam.
We have a question from Shishir Girjapurkar. The question is, so what is overall cutoff SBI clerk? First of all, welcome to our special session of the last day tips to crack SBI clerk. Well, the answer to this question is lies in the previous cutoff. The previous cutoff was, according to Maths Guru, 47.
47.
Exactly.
So the cutoff should be around 5 or 6 marks ahead.
5 plus or 5 minus.
Minus
Maybe approx
of the
50
47.
marks.
So approx 40 should be the minimal attempt that you should go for, because 50 would perhaps be a tricky one. So 55 should be the safer one. If you score around 55 out of 100, perhaps that would be a safer bet in securing the mains examination ticket. Let's proceed and see the other question. The other question is to our English Guru. The question is, for example, in the reading comprehension section, if I am really bad at reading, for example, I do not read novels, what should be the strategy in attempting the reading comprehension section?
Well, sir, as far as reading comprehension is concerned, you have to attempt at least 6 questions out of 10 and follow the strategy that I'm telling you. First of all, read the informatory questions first that provides you information regarding the passage.
Okay.
Number 2, note down the keywords. That's the primary word around which the question is made. Note down the keywords along with the question numbers. Then third step is read the passage. Fourth is match those keywords. That means while you will be reading the passage, you will find the keyword that you have noted down, match them and apply the answers right away. And number 5 will be change any answer if you feel you can or if you have the time. So, and this is the thing. And to get a more elaborated version of what I have said, then you should actually search the video of how to crack SBI 2016 English. And you can also find this video in our Digitrix playlist, and you will find what to do and how to do it with regarding English comprehension.
Okay, I have a question for the Maths Guru. Now they have Ankita Lahiri has a query. Sir, I scored 52 in the ST series, how much marks do I have to increase to be on the safe side? Out of 100, she scored 52 marks. She
That
is
is
on the brink.
52%.
52%, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he score at least 60% in clear any exams. But
Okay.
in the SBI clerk exams, maybe 18 to 20 safer sides.
Your comments? If she's
I
scoring
think
around 52,
I think you should target for 60, at least 60% you
Yeah.
should target for, because if you'll target more and you'll try to do that like 60% you're trying to do that,
you actually achieve
and
52%,
definitely
55%.
you'll achieve 50 or 50
I
plus
agree.
in that case.
Your comments?
Well, the thing is that there's a saying that you should actually aim for the moon, because even if you miss, you land on the stars, something like that. So in the same way, you should definitely target higher than what you are actually looking at over here. It should be around 60 to 70, and that time then you will land probably above the cutoff.
Important suggestion is that perhaps if you're scoring 52 in the ST series, around 8 plus 10 marks you can add in the real-time examination, because our focus is to make the ST far more difficult than the
Definitely.
actual examination. So that's why perhaps 52 is an attempt. But if you are unsure, you can always give all the previous given STs today itself. Perhaps you will gain confidence, because if you've already given those answers previously, then you'll have a sort of a positive attitude. Perhaps you would attempt more questions in the examination that is tomorrow or in the coming days. Okay, now a question for English Guru again from Shishir Girjapurkar. The question is, sir, any tips to crack comprehension quickly?
Well, Mr. Girzapur, I just said it, and I'd like to reiterate what I said previously. Attempt on the 5-step strategy. The first is read the information-based questions first. Number 2, note down the keywords that are around which the questions are made. Note down the keywords with yourself with the question numbers in which they are asked. Number 3, read the passage. Number 4, when you read the passage, you will definitely find those keywords that you have noted down. Then get the correct answer. What will happen over here is, on one hand, you will be reading the passage. On the other hand, you will be answering the questions. And number 5 step, that is change any answer if you feel so and if you can. And you should also actually go to our Digitrix playlist in our channel, and you will find what to do with comprehension over there.
Exactly. So our point is to Miss Ankita as well as to Mr. Shishir, that perhaps if you are trying to revise your subjects, go for all those topics that you are good at. Perhaps you will gain more confidence, and now is not the time to
Start something new.
Start something new. Perhaps go for all the things that you are good at. For example, if you're good at the RC section, solve as many RCs as possible. If you're good at the puzzle section, solve as many puzzles as possible. Now I have a question for the reasoning guru. The question is, and this question is for everybody, but first I'll ask the reasoning guru. The question is from Hemant Kumar Reddy. The question is, which subject to attempt first to score more marks? Now you are a reasoning guru. Perhaps you would say
Depend like if you are good in reasoning or you are good in mathematics or English, so you should start with your strength. Like firstly, if you are good in English reasoning, then you can start with that one. But at that time you have to control your emotions. Like most of the time students, what they were doing, they start solving the question of their strong subject, and they don't know whether it is enough, because they know that they can solve all each and every question. So they try to solve all question, and at that time you'll mismanage your time management. So there will be mismanagement in your time management. So what you have to do, simply go for your strength and solve minimum qualifying marks. Like if you're solving reasoning, then attempt only 15 to 20 question and leave it, and then go for other sections, and later on if you have time, then you can come back in your reasoning subject and you can do some other questions, some more questions for scoring part.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, I hope Hemant Kumar Reddy's question has been answered. Perhaps go for the subject that you're good at, because then you'll not have any regret or guilt after the examination has
May I add something over here?
Exactly.
Well, sir, if you are best in the English section, even in that case, I'd say that you should squeeze it in between reasoning and mathematics, because if you are good at English and you attempt it first of all, then reasoning and mathematics will get screwed up. So don't do that. No matter how good you are in English, you have to keep it as the second subject.
Okay, fine. I have a question from Mr. Bandhav Parmar. The question is, would there be a state-wise cutoff?
Yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
exam.
Just
Yes.
like previous year.
There would be a state-wise cutoff, and especially in the clerical cadre, there is always a state-wise cutoff, either the IPS clerical cadre or the SBI clerical cadre. So that is the answer to Mr. Bandha Parma. Perhaps your question has been answered. You can ask more questions to our other subject gurus as well. The question is again from Ranjit Singh, and the question is to our maths guru. The question is, will there be a question in sequence or random? As in, there would be a random question, or there would be a sequence.
Firstly, solve bunch-wise questions.
Okay.
That means
Okay.
firstly you solve number series, then simplification, then data interpretation. Because in this way you can attempt 15 questions. Out of 15, you solve easily 10 to 12 questions. That means
Okay.
approx 40% coverage.
Okay.
Then you solve arithmetic. That way you solve.
Okay, I have a very generalized question from Shishir Girjapur. He's perhaps the most active user right now. The question is, any tips for time management in exam? As per me, if I am an aspirant and I want to give the examination, I would go for all the I would go for only the questions that I could clear easily, that I would solve easily. For perhaps those questions that I see and I get the answer. Perhaps that this is an easy question. If I see some questions that are really tricky, I would avoid those questions and go for only the simplistic questions, because I need to score more than the other aspirants. You do not have to score the maximum marks, but you have to score more than the other aspirant. That should be the mentality. Any suggestions on this?
I would love to add one thing in this one, because what you have to do, what as our GA Guru said, that same what you have to do. Simply first of all attempt each and every section and try to score the qualifying marks only.
Okay.
Firstly, manage that qualifying score you have to manage, because once you will not qualify in one particular section, if you are scoring 50 plus or
No
60
matter
plus,
how good you do in the other ones, you'll.
so firstly do that, and then your time, whatever time left, you can apply that time in solving your strong zone.
Exactly.
Like in
And I'd
reasoning
also
or
like to add something. See, this type of question should have been answered by you a long time ago. That how to manage time, because see, now it's the main thing, it's the examination, and when you are actually taking your speed test, you should have answered this question right away, because that's the time. Because when you practice 10 speed tests on the trot with this time strategy, then it'll be easier for you to implement it in the examination.
Okay, I have a question from Khan to Friends. Innovative name. Question is, would there be a section-wise time?
Yeah.
It'll
In
be there in
mains
the mains
exam there will be
In the
examination.
mains,
Main
yes,
wise.
in the mains there would be, perhaps, but in the prelims there is no barrier
No, no,
to
no.
a time-based scenario. Okay, another question from Ravi Saka. The question is, that is a question for reasoning. Is there any chance that machine input would come in the prelims?
yes, but not in pre.
Not in pre.
Mains it can come, because
Okay.
in year 2011
Yes.
IBPS clerical exam there was 5 questions from machine input. That was quite surprising. So in mains it can come, but
now,
not in pre.
Now, Miss Payal she has said a sarcastic remark, perhaps, that we are trying to emulate the news reporting style. Well, yes, being very honest, we are, but our main emphasis is either it's a news reporting style or any style whatsoever. We're trying to provide knowledge, and if you are
And we are
interested-
trying to make you successful.
Exactly. So whether it is a news reporting style, perhaps we take it as a compliment. That is okay. Pratyush Das. The question is, I can't avoid silly mistakes in calculation, even if I'm fully concentrated. Now, how to avoid these mistakes? Now, Maths Guru.
Firstly, concentrate when a question solving any question. Firstly, concentrate and learn some square tables. In this way, you avoid the mistakes.
And I'd like to add something over here, sir, Maths Guru. Actually, this is also a question to you. Many people think that, just by mugging up squares and cubes and tables, we are actually wasting our time. Now, is this something like that?
No.
No.
Just explain
It
it
is a
clearly.
basic of maths.
Just explain it to us.
It
aspirants.
is a basic of maths. Learn table. Table is basic.
It's going to be helpful for them in calculation only.
Yeah. Plus minus into divided is a basic rule of mathematics. It is a base.
And to add to Maths Guru's point, in every branch of ours, the first few classes in maths are based on simplification
Yeah,
and learning the
absolutely,
tables and
absolutely.
squares. So, if you are a Mahindra student, you would be fully aware that these are the basics of mathematics. So, even if you are fully concentrated and your basics are tipsy and turvy, perhaps you have to work on your basics, and then concentration would automatically come. Okay, another question. The question, and it's a request from Biswanath Majumdar. So please upload the ST18 answers in the tomorrow in the live video PSS,
Okay.
and especially for reasoning. He
Okay.
seems to be a fan of our reasoning guru. Okay, another question from Pratyush Das. There are some parajumbles where the opening sentence is hard to find. Is there any trick for that particular question? It's a very, very, very valid question because I also find it tedious to solve such paradigms.
See, there's nothing called trick in English.
Mm.
It's all on you. All right. Now it's also a bit of an approach. See, when you go for parajumbles, if you are finding it difficult, that's why I always say parajumble is the last question to be attempted in the paper. All right, so that you have done the entire thing and now you are free to do parajumbles.
Okay.
See, try to find the independent sentence because something around noun. It is going to be something around noun. Always remember this, and it will not start from a connecting adverb. That's your you can be your however, moreover, nevertheless. It's not going to be there. And if it starts, in 5% cases it does. If it starts with a connecting adverb or a pronoun, the noun, the primary subject of the rearrangement, is going to be there as the third or the fourth word of the independent sentence. So just read it read the sentence with concentration and you will find them. And remember what I said.
Okay, another question from an active user, Durbojit Bhattacharji. The question is again to reasoning. Perhaps he seems to be
A reasoning Maha
in
Guru is
demand.
actually a super rock star.
So whether in the prelims, statement, assumption, course of action,
No.
and all that types of question will come?
No.
No. Simple answer no. Then another question again to reasoning. The question is, sir, I'm okay with English and mathematics. He's trying to but but due to shortage of time, I'm not able to solve questions from reasoning.
Save time from reasoning and maths
No,
and
English
apply
and
that.
maths.
Oh,
From
English and maths.
okay.
English and maths
Then
and apply that time in reasoning.
Still, which topics he should focus on in the reasoning?
In
section?
reasoning,
Yes.
First of all, you can go for bunch like as Maths Guru said, like coding or that coding of substitution coding. Some words will be given and code for that one. You can go for that one
Exactly.
because that will be
really
easy
flood.
but time consuming. Second one, conditional coding, like they'll provide some conditions, according to that they'll give series and you have to code that one. Then you can go for that. Inequality and syllogism you can attempt first because these topics are very easy, not very conceptual. Sometimes you will found very tough, but this time in pre-exam it is going to be easy because in syllogism there will be positive statement and negative or positive conclusion, so that will be easy, not that much
Okay,
tough.
we have loads of questions now. A question to our maths guru. Sir, is it possible to solve all questions of number series?
No.
As I
No,
managed to solve 2-3 questions always.
2-3 questions sufficient.
Fine.
Within a time.
Yes,
Within a 1
yes.
or 2 minutes.
So, Mr. Abhinav Agrawal, you're doing a good job. You are able to attempt the maximum question that you could. Another question from Shishir again to reasoning. Sir, I have a difficulty in coding and decoding. Any tips?
Okay, so join our live PSS.
Join a live basis.
We'll
a question.
ask a query, we'll
Solve the query.
provide the solution.
Yes. And
And tricks
again,
also.
again that old question. When is today's timing of the live video PSS?
Well,
When
still in
we
the
are
process
deciding.
and
We
we'll
are
get
in
back to you
process
soon.
and within
Visit our website.
keep
Regular.
keep a track of the
Mahindra.com.
website.
Stay
Today-
connected,
yes.
stay watching.
Today we would
Keep
provide
watching.
you the video live PSS as soon as possible, and that would be posted on our website mahindraguru.com. Okay, the question is from is to Maths Guru and Reasoning Guru again. Sorry to as in the English question would come. Yes, the English question has come, but the first the Math and the Reasoning question. What's the surprise? As in they're trying to gauge what could be the surprise in the question types in Maths. Tomorrow.
Maybe a mensuration basis questions.
Okay,
Maybe
mensuration could come.
Mensuration may be just a simple questions basis on a formula based, a learned formula. That is
Now we
surprise
know
question.
why 30 questions in English and 35 in maths. and
I
reasoning.
agree. Reasoning.
Surprise will be whatever you were supposing will come, and if that will not come, that will be your biggest surprise for you.
So then
It
how
means-
to protect himself from that particular
It means that that time you have to be flexible. Your plan should be like that. That should be flexible to adjust according to the exam. That's the trick. One idea I have, very good idea, and I think definitely it is going to help to the student. What students are doing, they are using pen and paper. Instead of using pen and paper, purchase a marker, and you can use marker on screen for calculation.
Marker or
and
sketch
marker,
pen?
yes, sketch pen or marker. Which can be easily removed from a screen, you can use, and I'm telling you,
Is it allowed?
yes, that is allowed,
is
not
allowed, okay.
not banned.
Okay.
You can use, you can have a hanky type something to erase that one,
It is a particular thing.
so that will be very easy for
Fine. A question again to our English guru. In the English section, which part to attempt first?
Well, go for the grammar-based part first, and you should solve your. For example, it's the SBI Clerk PRE, so there will be a chance of a single blank, fill in the blank, or misspelled words. So solve such exercises first. There are 5 marks, so just start with them. Then go towards the grammar part, and in the last three, the last third one should be your close test. The last second should be your reading comprehension, and the last one, if the time permits, and if you can, then rearrangement.
Okay, Yuvraj Singh has perhaps cleared the IPS PO. Congratulations, sir. And he's also trying to give suggestions, so that's a good thing. You can also ask questions, also give your
Very good.
suggestions. For example, he's providing the suggestions as well. Practice the key, give plenty of speed test, and analyze them after giving. Yes, that is the
Yes.
crux. Practice, give as many as speed tests as possible, and try to analyze as mentioned
Exactly,
by
because
Speed test is
ultimately
just like
your
an exam.
analysis matters. Because
Exactly.
if you'll analyze, you will improve that.
Exactly.
Without analysis, you cannot
question
improve.
to our English guru from Dubrojit Bhattacharya.
So it looks like I'm coming back.
Yes, how to solve closed tests correctly. Sometimes they create confusion and get messed up at what word is appropriate. Please suggest.
Well, see, sir, as far as close is concerned, there is also a 5-step strategy for it. The first one is read the full sentence. What many candidates do, they read till the blank space and then ignore what's written afterward. Don't do that. Read the full sentence first. The second is imagine the missing word. The moment you read the word around the blank space, you develop in your mind what's the sense of the sentence here. So imagine the missing word. Then the word that you have imagined, just search for the options, search in the options, is there that word or any close synonym of that present over there? Then after you find a synonym of the word or the word over there, see if you can get the answer right away, get it. Because see, when there are 5 options in the close test, 2 of them are totally out of context, 3 are actually close options, and out of those 3, when you just actually match the blank space, when you match the tense, you will find only one of the most appropriate one. Now problem arises in a close test when out of 5, three options have been eliminated and 2 close options remain in the closed test, because
Okay,
candidates think that both of these can be the answer. However, it's single blank is there and only one can be the answer.
Exactly.
So whenever such situations arise, what you should do is you should always analyze those 2 close words in your mind and think which is more suitable according to the theme of the closed test over here.
Okay.
And when you get that, just go for the first one that comes in your mind.
Okay, we've loads of questions again.
Definitely.
The question is. What should be the safer attempt? The safer attempt, again, as stated earlier, 55 should be an attempt that should keep you safe, perhaps, in examination. Section wise cutoff would be there, perhaps 15 marks in English.
But target for
Yeah,
at least 60%.
That will be around 10 to
60%,
15.
okay.
But we see definitely the good students should attempt 20 to 25 questions in
Fine.
English, and the weak one should attempt 15 to 20.
Then Akash has a question that would MG provide the questions of the would question provide that would have come in the examination? Yes,
As
would
we
be-
have been doing, we'll do
we
again.
had been yes we would, and also we're providing you a memory based speed test.
Yeah.
That would be a speed test on the question that the aspirants have been asked in the examination, in the current examination, and we would provide you similar questions in the speed test. So keep a check on the memory based ST, because that would make you in line with the questions that are coming in the SBI Clerk examination. Okay, then I have a question from Pratyush Das. We have also a question. I scored 24 out of 30 in the IPS pre and 31 in mains. What will be the level of question SBI and in comparison to the IBPS? Our suggestion is please do tell us in which section. Perhaps then we would be able to give you a better answer. I have a question to Maths Guru. The question is. Yes, so the question is from Priyanka Khanna. The question is, hello sir, I'm always stuck in time and work as well as board and stream. Kindly mention some tricks for the same. Well, before you answer, we have a live video PSS in which we would give you tricks regarding this. Any suggestions?
Also giving a tips last day video special tricks for work and time also provided in our YouTube channels. Please visit there and see the trick of work and time.
Exactly.
I think today live cases is 4 to 5.
Around 3 to 5.
Yeah,
we are working on that.
We are working on that particular thing. Okay. Venkata Narayana has a question again to Reasoning Guru. Reasoning puzzles difficulty level, sir. What will be the difficulty level of puzzles in the
Moderate.
pre-section? Moderate.
Not easy, moderate. Listen, if the puzzle is having most of the statement negative, like this will not be here, C will not be the neighbor of D and E. If the maximum means more than 50% statements are negative statement, then better to skip that question and solve that question in last time. so that it will
Okay.
be beneficial, because once you will stuck, you will waste the time. So your time management will be destroyed in that
Mr.
case.
Baragi Sahu has a question. Best trick for number series? Well, we are giving you tricks and tips in the videos,
Digi pages
in the
also.
Digi pages as well as the video
No,
versions as well.
it's also
Yes, yes,
Digi
yes.
pages and video
Okay,
pages
fine.
also.
Then we have a question from Mehul Kumar Dabi. The question is, English is my bad point. In the IPS clerk, I scored lesser marks. So how to
I think he's
improve?
written that he got only 12, only 2 marks
Yes,
above the
only 2
cutoff.
marks, exactly.
So what to do? And
Only 2
even
marks above
editorials,
cutoff.
and even editorials didn't help him much. He's also written that. Well, Mr. Sahu, I suppose, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mr. Sahu, as far as the editorial is concerned, I think why didn't help you, because you thought of reading the entire editorial with the same energy, and after a single paragraph, it faded off.
Yes.
It's not your problem, trust me, it's the problem of many aspirants. What you should do is you should start with reading the letters to the editor, and also watch News Fever English version daily. Because when you watch that, then you'll develop the habit of listening to conversations in English, and also conversate in English. Because
Exactly.
see, GA and English are actually complementary topics. When you read the monetary policy highlights, when you read the spotlight things over there, definitely you will improve in English as well.
Okay.
And so you should also read the
Now,
editor.
Ms. Bhavna has been asking this question many a times, and this question
many a
is concerning maths. So please provide us with some missing DI questions to practice.
In a clerical exam, DI is level is less. Very simple DIs like a pie chart, like a table chart, or a line chart. Never ask a missing DI. Missing DI come in the SBI PO mains, not a pre-exam also. So we
as-
provide in a future.
Exactly. As in when the SBI PO mains would come, we would provide. The question is from how to improve total attempts. Mohit Singh. Again, the obvious answer, as stated by our aspirant Yuvraj Singh as well, that analyze. Always give STs and then analyze. Perhaps go through the point that you are weak in. And make those particular points strong, and that would perhaps increase the total times. Also, keep in mind the time as well. If you are giving more time to a particular section, minimize the time. For example, if you're good at maths and you're giving it 40 minutes, perhaps that's a hell lot of a time. So perhaps minimize a particular time, and that time that you've managed, that
Save,
time you can use
yes.
in the difficult sections. Okay, another question. It's a query from it's a grievance from Sumit Dubey, that sometimes a live PSS the discuss comment did not appear. Well, we are working on it. Yes, we agree to an extent that sometimes it does happen.
Actually, the problem
Due to the
is
technical
actually,
problem.
Exactly.
yeah. So whenever the third party gets involved, there's always problem over there.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
And yes, we have a question from Pratyujas again. I scored 24 out of 13 IBPS pre and 31 in mains in English. So what will be the level question of SBI in comparison to IBPS?
See, if you're talking about SBI Clerk PRE, it's not going to be that tough. It may be tough, kind of tough, but not very tough. All right, so it's going to be around from easy to a bit of tough. That's going to be there. Don't worry. Looking at your marks, I suppose she's really good in English.
Yes.
And you should actually just practice, around 3 to 5 previous year paper, and it'll be there.
I'll interrupt again. Questions to English. Baragi Sahu's question again. Best way to identify grammatical error in a sentence.
Best way to identify. See, I think this is a little late to ask this question. The reason being, I'd always say you should improve your preposition, verb, tense, conjunction, and articles. And if today you do that, I think it'll be extremely time consuming, and you'll not be able to practice reasoning and maths in a good way. So you should actually just go through, solve at least 5 previous year papers and solve the spotting error questions in there.
Okay, a question to the panel. Is the level of SBI clerk equal to speed test or lower? Perhaps we maintain a very high quality of a speed test. We try to provide a level much higher to the speed test, to the SBI clerk PRE. The reason being that we want you to acclimatize to the most difficult level. And when the exam is nearer, we try to give you questions that have been asked or could be asked in the coming examination. So the level of ST varies with time. It could be a rather difficult in the earlier part, but it is on a moderate level when it comes to the last days of examination. Then we have a generalized question from Priyanka Khanna. How to solve quickly without boredom? Well, boredom is a particular entity that happens only when you're disinterested towards a certain thing. If you're interested towards a certain thing, you will never feel bored. Perhaps if you love sleeping.
And when you do not reinvent,
Yeah, exactly.
that's the thing.
Again, a question from for English.
For English
In
only.
RC, there is a question according to statement. Author says which statement is appropriate, which statement is true or false. How to solve these type of questions?
See, never fear solving any question in the reading comprehension, because such statements, such true and not true, actually these come under the category of indirect questions, and the answer lies in the passage itself, because these are factual based questions. For
Exactly.
example, that whether WHO banned this particular element or not, or why it banned, there will be ABC, three options, something like that, and the answer would be there in the paragraph itself. So your
Exactly.
reading should be good to answer such questions.
Maths Guru, safe attempts for weak quants students.
15 questions.
15. 15 is the minimum limit.
Minimum.
Reasoning?
20.
20. So 15 for maths and 20 for reasoning, and 15, I guess, for the English section.
If you'll ask
10
how
to
much
15.
to attempt, I'll say 20-25.
Okay. Again, to English Guru, perhaps he is ranking numbers. Sir, I confused to attempt close test because many times all options of the given question look same. Please answer.
Well, when such things happen with close test, always remember you are not the only one who's facing this problem. The guy sitting next to you is also facing the same problem. See, you should go for the blank space and imagine the missing word. Which word suits the most? And similar option comes. Actually, this problem arises when you have already eliminated three options and two options get stuck. So always think, actually you have to think over here that which is more suitable according to the theme, because many a time a word that's suitable according to sentence cannot match the entire clause. So you have to analyze and then answer.
To our reasoning Guru, the question is a generalized one. She's Sarangia Gupta, perhaps, pardon the name. She's giving the SBI clerk for the very first time.
Okay.
So how should she have a mindset about this? Because it's a day left, around 20 hours left for her test. So what should be her mindset?
We don't know whether she's giving first time any exam, but if she's giving any banking exam, so then practice from or speed test, you'll get idea about that.
Yes.
If you're going for SBI, then remember, if you have given other exams, then remember the level of question will be even 2 tone more than I'll not say tone, even 40 to 50% higher
Higher.
than other normal exams like IBPS.
Exactly,
and
Maths
others.
Guru. As in you try. Abhinay Agrawal's question is, sir, in Mahindra's SBI pre-test ST, I'm getting about 45 to 49 marks. Now, is
45
it
to
okay?
49?
45 to 49 marks. In
49% because 35 questions, 35 marks.
In total, out of 100.
Out of
100.
100. That is total scores.
Total
not
scores.
a
Yes.
score
So, is it a good attempt?
Good attempt.
Okay. Now we have a compliment from Sandeep Kumar to all of us. Sir, all of you are doing a great job as for making our dreams come true. Thank you, Mahindra Guru. Well, we are trying real hard to give you all the knowledge that we have, perhaps. And if you'd be sincere enough and earnest enough, perhaps you would succeed in the examination. Okay, a question again to the English Guru. Trick to solve parajumbles.
There's no trick. The parajumble should be stalled
Don't
at the
disappoint the
last.
students. Straight away saying
There's no tricks. See,
approach.
once again,
Give approach.
that's the thing. No? That's the way of the English Maha Guru.
Okay.
Alright, there's no trick. There's only approach that you can actually, and always attempt parajumbles after you have attempted everything else in the paper. Alright, and what you should do is analyze the sentences, then pair them and get the answers.
Akash, now he's interested in your trick of the marker.
Okay, okay.
That's good.
So his question is, sir, you were saying something about the marker on screen. Can you
Yes.
repeat that particular method?
You can take a marker and suppose that any calculation is there.
Or any
So for
DISC.
calculation you used to write on paper. Instead of writing on paper, you can write on a screen. Remember, it's not banned yet. We cannot say whether it is allowed or not allowed. You asked previously that whether it is allowed or not. So I'll say that it is allowed or not, but it is not banned yet.
Okay.
But if they have not said that whether it is allowed or not, then let's use. If they'll say that don't use, then we'll stop using. So first time you can apply that.
Okay, another
And
compliment.
even some students are applying that.
Another compliment to our English Guru. English Guru, the way you explain questions are really hats off to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Clap for you.
Okay. Now, Abhinav Agrawal. Now he's interested in the cutoff scenario. He has reiterated that his average marks are 49 marks in the STs. Now, the total attempt goes around 65 out of 100. It's a very good attempt.
Yes.
If you're secure.
That's in a pre-exams is a qualifying exam, so you score at least 45 to 50, not a score of 65. You
Exactly.
attempt that question, which is solid and secure.
Okay, now I have a concerning query from 1 second. Yes, I have a concerning query from Priya Vrat Sinha.
Okay.
So I'm feeling scared because it's SBI. My friends say that, bro, it's SBI and only creamy guys get selected. Is it true? Well,
I'd like to
tell
answer
that.
this.
Well, tell that particular person. Yes, you will interfere first.
Well,
let me just give the explanation.
sir, definitely you should start with.
You can always say that, bro, if the creamy layer is the thing, I am above the creamy layer perhaps, because the paper is same for everybody. It only depends on the practice, the amount of practice that you put in, and we hope that you put in loads of practice. And if you consider yourself as a person who tries really hard to achieve things, then creamy or non-creamy, it doesn't matter. Yes, sir.
And actually, I'd like to quote a practical example here. Let's go a year back, and the lady who topped IAS was Miss Singhal. And let me tell you, she was actually a person with disability. She filled the form with general quota, and she topped the IAS examination. So, if you have determination, you can achieve anything and everything. Always remember that.
Okay, the question is again a compliment to our reasoning guru from Sumit Vargnani. The reasoning guru yesterday, the PSC said the trick on seating arrangement was the best. So thank you so much. Okay, a question from Hemant Kumar Reddy. Generally, how many questions will come from pipes and boards?
In the last SBI exam, one question come, and also IBPS clerical exam, also one question come. So maybe 1 to 2 question come from the board and stream, and also pipe systems,
Okay.
which are based on efficiency basis.
As he's weak in those topics, can you suggest some tips on how to go through?
Firstly, learn basic concept of board and stream. That means downstream. What is the speed of downstream? What is the speed of upstream speed? Then you concept on a pipe system. That means just like a work and time basis concept. Firstly, solve what are efficiency questions. Efficiency question mostly asked in that type. Question.
Okay. Question from Shravanti Sarkar to our reasoning guru. Reasoning guru, SBI pre has sitting arrangement inside and outside facing. Would there be a question on the inside outside facing?
Possibilities are there, but I think that most probably you'll get the question like complete people are all the people are sitting in
Okay.
same direction,
So
like
perhaps
center
this
or
type would
central.
not come.
Maybe blood relation.
Yes, but in mains exam most probably you'll get like that.
Okay, question to our maths guru, as now they are upping the charts. Sir, how to solve question when upstream and downstream both are given?
Yeah, firstly, see upstream. That means up means upside.
Upside.
That means your speed is decreases.
Okay.
That means board speed minus current speed. When you're down, then speed is increased. So that downstream speed is the speed of board plus speed of a current.
Fabulous,
Then you
fabulous.
calculate the speed of downstream and upstream.
Again to Maths Guru. Maths Guru, please give video lectures on simplification. How to approach the lectures? Well, perhaps as per my knowledge, we've given
Yeah, also given.
simplification lectures. So, as in the channel that you're watching right
Some
now.
medication tricks and
Exactly,
square tricks
exactly.
also given.
On that channel, we provided the tricks on simplification. Go through the channel. You can write down the link as well. That is www.youtube.com/c/Mahindra Guru videos. I'll again reiterate www.youtube.com/c/Mahindra Guru videos. Okay. Again, the question is from Deepak Mishra to Maths Guru again. Sir, what about quadratic equations? They will come or not? If they come, how many will be there?
5 question comes last 2 or 3 years. Every exams 5 question comes in the quadratic equation, which are based on inequalities. Firstly, solve the equation. What are the relation between x and y? Maybe x and y, maybe p and q forms. Solve, then comparison. That means it's we also last week also provided some tricks about the quadratic equations.
Okay, I have a question from Akash. That would there be the cutoff would be different or same in the SBI clerk for different states? Yes, the cutoff would be different for different states. I have a question from Vijit Sarkar. Sir, questions, the tricks on series questions. If you can provide those tricks through the video or through the DigiPage medium.
And DigiPages also provide tricks for number series.
Okay.
Please refer to our DigiPages.
Okay, a question to Reasoning Guru from Dubruddin Bhattacharjee. Would there be a question on merger between blood relations and puzzle? Could there be a question?
Yes, possibilities are there. One thing I would love to add that in these today's current time forecasting weather is easier than predicting question in or bank exam.
Well, we
So
have.
I think
Okay.
we cannot say anything, but most probably the question like this will come in mains exam, most probably in PO exams.
Again to you, sir. The question again. First of all, a compliment from an aspirant. Thank you, Reasoning Guru. You rock. Yes. Question to Maths Guru, sir. How many questions will come from simplification?
5 to 10. 5 questions are simplification based, which simply what come in the place of question mark. 5 questions are based on approximation, what come in the place of approximation. In approximation, first not solve whole. That means simply if right there is a 78.538, then you assume as a 70. If more than 0.5, then you assume 79. If less than 0.5, then you assume 78.
Okay.
Then in this way, not a whole all numbers increase. Some numbers increases, some number decreases. The whole balance will be the same. In this way, you solve approximation
Okay.
questions.
Pratyush Das question to reasoning. In puzzle, should I read the whole question before actually start solving it? Because sometimes the last line turns out to be one of the most important information.
Exactly. Very genuine question, because most of the time a student starts with very first statement and later on they found that it's not working. So what you have to do? Firstly, read out the statement very carefully. Complete reading is important, and then decide from which statement you are going to start with. Because suppose that in whole passage there is a one element, that is D, and D is repeated frequently in complete in whole passage. So what it means that if you are getting any positive statement regarding D, then you can correlate very easily, because there are lots of information given in the passage
Exactly.
regarding D. So that's the trick. You have to read it very carefully and completely at first time. Then you have to decide whether from which statement you have to start with.
Okay. Now a suggestion to our Maths Guru from Hail Hydra. Perhaps he's a fanatic of Hydra. The question is that please provide us video lectures on DI on pie chart with degrees.
Okay.
This is a good suggestion. Okay, then we have, let's see the other questions. Okay, the question is from Ankit Manwari. Sir, my score is 44 out of 100 in the Mahindra's ST. Now, how can I increase my attempts to 665 as my examination is on 4th June? Any suggestions, English Guru?
Well, first of all, I think you are actually there on an average score. So you just have to increase it, and this increase will happen as soon as you work on your accuracy. So you have to work on accuracy and time management, and when you do that, I think you will definitely get up there.
Okay, Miss Prasanna, Mr. Vashwangi Parmar. Well, your question is pretty similar. That to provide higher questions, we would provide higher questions when the SBI pre-mains
mains
comes
exams.
and the SBI pre-mains come for exams. Then you would see the difference in the STs as well as in the content on Mahindra Guru. Okay, I have a question. Various questions. Let's take a question to again reasoning guru Abhinay Agrawal. Sir, in SBI mains computer is merged with reasoning. Now, cutoff of computer will be included with reasoning or not?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because that is in same section. So better to solve computer first, because you have to read it out only and then you have to answer that.
Fine. I have now two questions to English Guru. First from Baragi Sahu. A small piece of bread is better than having nothing to eat. Is there any error in this sentence? First of all. Second, kindly mention an approach to, as in she's using your word approach, to face long RCs quickly and solve questions quickly.
Well, I like to answer the first one first. A small piece of bread, actually it's loaf of bread. You say LOAF, that's the correct term, that's a better term. And when we go to the next one, what was that? Please repeat it.
Kindly mention an approach to face long reading comprehensions.
See, reading comprehensions are long only, because as far as your banking pattern is concerned, is going to be around 650 words, so that's only long only. And the approach is 5 steps approach. First one, read the informatory based question first. Second one, note down the keywords around which the questions are framed. Third one, read the passage. Fourth one, while reading the passage, match those keywords that you have noted down and get the correct answer. And the fifth one, change your answer quickly if you feel like doing so.
Well, Vishal Tanwar, the questions would be random. They would not be a particular sequence. They could be in a bunch. For example,
Bunch form.
DI could be a bunch, Silox could be a bunch.
Silox.
Okay, question to our Maths Guru. Since you surprised all of us that mensuration could come.
Yeah.
So how to prepare mensuration in a single day?
Learn basic concept. That is basic formula of that means quadrilaters, area of quadrilaters, and area of circles, and area of sectors. That things, and also a triangles area. It's important. Only basic formula basis question, not moderate questions.
Okay. Question to English Guru. What type of comprehension will come? Story or business related, file related, and what for closed test and parajumbles? In brief.
Well, I'd like to reiterate what Reasoning Maha Guru said. It is easier to forecast whether than to forecast what kind of question is going to come in the examination. See, as far as this is SBI Clerk PRE, so I expect it's going to be around story based only, because the SBI Clerk PRE, Otherwise, it's going to be an easy language. The language is going to be easy if it comes on something else.
Okay.
And what's the next one? Was there one more?
As in
Closest.
approach to closest and parajumbles.
Well, the thing is, as far as parajumbles is concerned, you should always read the sentences, align them, and get the answer.
Another suggestion, so please provide videos related to some common errors which are mainly asked. Okay.
It'll be done soon.
Okay, I have a question from Hail Hydra again. How much time would I devote on puzzles so that even if I don't find a solution,
It's a waste of time.
it won't be a problem? And also, which topics are time consuming in reasoning?
Within 2 or 3 minutes, you should get that whether you can solve the puzzle or not. If you are able to judge that by the reading of the puzzle or certain element that you can solve or not, then it's going to be help you. Otherwise, if you will start solving and the last minute, suppose that you have given the 5 minutes for that puzzle or sitting, and lastly you found that you are not able to find the answer, then don't retry at that time. Just leave it and solve other question and try to manage minimum qualifying marks, and then later on you can again come to that question and solve that question, so that you will not waste the time.
Question from Mohammad Shabir. Please suggest me which subject to start, English or reasoning. The subject that you are good at. As per English Guru, reasoning should be preferred
Yeah,
over
definitely,
English.
definitely.
Because English should be clubbed between maths and reasoning. Okay, question from Mohit Sharma. So according to you, what will be the level of exam overall? Easy to moderate. The level
Yes,
would be
definitely.
Not easy, it is not going to be
Around-
easy.
around
moderate, I suppose it should be
around
around
moderate
Okay.
it is only.
Question to Maths Guru. How many questions to attempt in maths for weak students in maths? 15.
Yeah, 15.
15 questions. Okay.
Because maths and reasoning is a
Complementary.
complementary. In maths and reasoning, if you do more questions, then attempt, then score is up. Because overall also depend on that subjects.
Question from Sumit Vardhan again to you, again to reasoning. 15 minutes, is 15 minutes sufficient to solve 35 questions of
Yes,
reasoning?
of course. Why you are going for
Actually,
35 questions?
That's the thing. That's the confusion.
Yes, if you're going for 35 question, you will destroy your paper, because don't target 100 out of 100. You just have to
And I
qualify
think sir,
that.
we should also tell them one thing, that they should actually consider the seconds over here.
Exactly.
That's because they'll feel a bigger number is there. then they
Lastly,
can
we
arrange
said
better.
that seconds
Should be considered.
sounds better or bigger.
Yeah, definitely.
So that
I'm really sorry, but we've loads of questions, so I'm trying to
Flood.
answer
It's
as many questions. Pankaj's questions are how to solve number series questions.
Firstly, get logic. What logic goes on? That means maybe firstly check difference logic. If difference and if goes logic number difference is more than, then you get directly ratio logic. First you get logic, then give answer.
Reasoning group question, sir. If I solve a puzzle for 8 to 9 minutes and not get an answer, but I know if I solve it for 2 to 3 minutes extra, I can solve that particular question. Whether I should leave that particular question or go for the extra 2 or 3 minutes. For example, she's trying to attempt the question for 8 or 9 minutes and she hasn't yet given.
That's what lastly last answer was the same. Like what you have to do, don't waste the time. First of all, by the reading passage, you will be able to decide whether you can solve or not easily or not.
Exactly.
If you found that you can solve, then only you can go for that question. And later, suppose that you have given 5 minutes, 8 minutes is a waste of time. If you are giving
Definitely.
8 minutes for the one puzzle in pre-examination, then nothing
So
will
what should
work
be
in
the
your
ideal
favor.
time then for a puzzle?
So what 5 minutes? 5
Five
minutes maximum you can give for that.
Okay.
And after 5 minutes, if you didn't found the answer or
Leave
right,
the question and proceed further.
leave the question. And lastly, after completing the section, you can come for that question again.
Sir, if input output comes in the pre-examination,
It will not come.
It will not come. Okay.
In the pre-examination.
In pre, it will not
Okay.
come. Mains
The
possibilities.
question
are
is the question is from VSW app space. Perhaps is the question is how to solve approximation in maths.
In also discuss approximation. Firstly, you check number options. What option? Option difference is 10-10 or 100-100 or 1000-1000. If option are in the difference of 10-10 or 100 basis, then you all numbers convert into the basis of 10, or that means 78 point something. Then you write as a 80. Some numberize write as a more than some number less. That means some numbers maybe 78.33, another number is 98 point something. So one number write as a 80, another number write as a 90.
90.
Because it's a difference will be a remains same.
Exactly. The question to again reasoning. Syllogism would come in SBI Clerk PRE.
Sure.
It would perhaps.
99% chances
And what
are
would
there.
be the level?
1%, easy.
Easy. The level
Easy to
would be
moderate. Like
Uh,
one positive, most probably it will be 2 statement and 2 conclusion. Either it will be 3 statement, 2 conclusion.
Okay, Bairagi Sahu, as we've stated earlier, maths attempt should be around 15 minimum,
Yeah.
and reasoning should be around 20.
20.
That should be an attempt to clear the cutoff. Go for the jugular, perhaps go for at least 40, at least around 50 to 55 questions for a safer attempt, and 60 would be a good attempt in the examination. 60% that, as per the reasoning guru, would be a good attempt. Okay, another question. Some not questions. Please answer. Difference between some and some not.
Some denotes partial positive relation, like some ARB is given, it means it says that some part of A is positive, having positive relation to B, means some part of here it is some means what, at least what it means, it is saying that if some ARB is given, it means it is saying that at least one unit of A is common to B. It means it is defining lower limit, but it never talks about higher or upper limit. It means that the at least word denotes that maximum can be up to 100%. It means if some A B is saying, then A and B can overlap to each other,
Exactly.
but they will touch at least one unit of each other. Some not means partial negative. It denotes partial negative relation. If some A or not B is given, it means that at least one unit of A is negative to B. It means that part of A cannot go inside B. It means rest part is free for that, but they can touch, they cannot touch. So in some not case, only one conclusion is right. If some A or not B is written, conclusion some A or not B is right only, and rest conclusion will not follow in that case. That's the difference. But if you want detailed solution, you can come in, or you can join our live
Live
PSS
PSS.
in weekdays from 7 to 9 p.m.
Shishir Girjapurkar, if you attempt 20 questions at least in every section, that is a good attempt.
Good attempt.
You'll be around getting 60 questions. So that is a good attempt.
With accuracy also.
Exactly.
Because accuracy is measured.
Now with accuracy, that is
With
important.
accuracy, for sure.
Priyavrat Sinha, thank you so much, gurus. Welcome, ma'am. Perhaps ask more questions. Okay, question again from Akash. He is giving suggestions. Please provide maximum possible simplification tricks for varying questions.
Okay, on coming days
We will
also-
provide. Okay, the question, yes, again, the English is in demand again. Safe attempt in English, average student.
Well, safe attempt is going to be 15 to 20 with accuracy, otherwise you'll not safe at all.
Okay, a suggestion to reasoning guru from Akash. Some not questions, so please provide different question of this type.
Okay,
That have the
sure.
some not case. Yes, we will
Sure,
provide.
we'll
Your suggestion
provide
is
this kind of
well
question
taken.
in our live PSS and other sources as well.
Well taken. Perhaps some people are trying to advertise their stuff as well.
Spamming as well is going
Do
on.
not listen to these spams. Okay. So what is normalization and how does it work? Please explain. If you're discussing, if you're talking about in concern of the examination, that is, well, every shift has a different level. They try to normalize that different level by having a mean. That mean decided with the topper and with the lowest marks. That average is perhaps the technique of normalization in the examination. But this is a very tedious and a very confusing technique. You should only focus on attempting the maximum questions possible. Do
With
not
accuracy.
Yes, do not compare your shifts to the other shifts, because those shifts could be difficult for you or easier for anybody else. Perhaps go for your questions and do not worry about the other shift questions. Okay, the question is again to maths. People are tensed about maths. So please tell me most important topics of maths from which maximum number of questions will come. Now she wants to know that which topic to study the last day.
Last day you not study anything.
Okay, do not study.
Do not study
Do
in
not study.
Just
Only
revise. Just revise.
And give only one speed test, which I also given a previous day, or any speed test you also attempt it. Then learn some basic concept and formulas, and also tables, square things.
If you want to work, you can work on your calculation.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
The question is to English Guru, sir. I'm bad at error detection. How to improve that particular thing?
This is, I just like to say this thing once again. This is really very late to improve any single section. This is only a time left, that's for revising. So if you think you are a little weak at it, watch the sentence very well, read it twice to find the error, but attempt it. And first of all, today you should practice at least 5 previous year papers. Practice them well.
Okay, Arjit Mandal has a question. My average score after giving 17 ST portal SBI STs, clerk STs is 55.94. That's a good attempt, because we try to make the question on a higher level. And if you're attempting 55, if you're getting 55 out of 100 marks, perhaps you would be getting at least 60 marks in the coming examination. So that's a good trick. We hope that you are SBI clerk in the near future. The question, a compliment from Akash. Thank you, sir. Your trick videos are perhaps important, and if you're liking our trick videos, you will try to provide more trick videos. Sumit Vardani. Now, as per me, this is a very important question.
Missing
sir.
data.
Missing data.
Missing DI not come in the any clerical exams, because it's missing DI is a very typical DI, and that's also time taken. So in clerical exam it's not chance, but not sure.
It can be there in the SBI PO exam.
Yeah, in SBI PO mains exams, not a
mains
print.
exam.
We also provided some video on that type of DI, missing DI also.
Videos will be
We
there.
have a question from Sriram Ram to reasoning. So please provide reasoning and aptitude high difficulty level for SBI PU. We would. Perhaps we're focusing on the SBI clerk, because the SBI
Once
clerk
we'll
has-
be over with
Once we'll be
SBI
over,
clear,
perhaps, yes.
SBI clerk, then we'll.
Keeping that in
start.
mind, we are also providing the SBI PO STs
Yes.
as well. So we have an eye on the SBI PO. As if you've not applied for the SBI clerk, you could get the SBI PO questions from the STs and from the different sources. Okay, the question is, sir, for SBI clerk means, okay, now this question is for me, the first question. Thank you, Mr. Abhinay Agarwal. The question is, so for SBI clerk means, what should we prepare on GA? Current affairs, financial awareness, only for statistical awareness also. Well, in terms of the SBI clerical examination, the level would not be tough, because they're trying to have an idea about your understanding of the whereabouts. If you are aware about what's happening in the country, in the outside world, perhaps that would be easy. The easiest method is go through the entire MICA of the previous 3 months. We've reduced the MICA in a new version, in which we provided different sort of feasibilities. For example, QTM, that is question time machine. We provided you the people, that is appointments. We provided you awards. We provide different sections. So if you are interested in the current affairs section, the financial awareness section, go for the MICA new version or our monthly booster. We also provide digi pages of the current events. For example,
And watch newspaper daily.
and watch, yes, very crucial, watch newspaper daily, because we try really hard to make certain headlines being broadcasted on the newspaper, because those headlines are could be in the form of possible questions in the SBI clerk mains or the SBI PU mains. A compliment from Sumit Vardani. GS sir, your way to explain myth and facts, speechless. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, question from Akash. Sir, I applied from Chandigarh and North, that is Haryana. Please tell me what is a safe cutoff. Now, he must have applied from single state, perhaps from
Maybe
Chandigarh,
Punjab.
Haryana.
Punjab or Haryana.
So, what would be a safe cutoff? Well, any suggestions?
Same. We approx.
See, aim for the minimum safe questions that are there. That's going to be around 20 for maths, I suppose, and the reasoning as well.
20.
And in English, going to be 15 to 20. Just go for them.
A compliment again from Vishwangi Parmar. All videos are very good of Mahindra Guru. Well, we try really hard. We never lose sleep on whether to give you the most important data. Perhaps we are trying to improve as well. Okay, another compliment. GA Guru, your presentation skills are awesome. Thank you so much.
It's very awesome.
Okay, English Guru. Now, he has a query. Kindly provide an approach as to how to learn new words and idioms. Mostly I get confused with various words that have same spellings. This I also have a problem.
Well, the thing is, when this kind of problem comes, you have to concentrate on 3 things. First of all, start conversating in English with your family, with your friends, guys, and with your peers. The second of all, watch newspaper daily, especially the English version. And the third of all, start reading our digi notes, because when you read, then you find a lot of new things. And whenever you find something, whenever you come across an idiom of it that's very tough to understand, always post that question in the live PSs or the video PSs, and we will give you the correct answer.
Okay, Maths Guru, Priyanka Khanna's question. What should be the approach to face maths questions easily?
Easily, which type questions?
Any questions?
First, learn what a question asks. That means maybe if you solve arithmetic, then you understand what words means. That means if a profit and loss basis, that means you understood what a profit, what a loss. That means understood questions.
Okay, so you have to first have an understanding of the questions to attempt, and then you go for the questions.
Yeah.
Do as in any subject, in GA, in maths, reasoning, or English, go for the question that you are confident for. Perhaps those questions would be attempted in a far lesser manner, because the examination is a time-based concept. Whether they give you a time barrier or not, you have to attempt the question within a particular time.
Read question also carefully. The
Okay.
last line is something missing.
Something missing.
Something
perhaps.
or some that words which confuse you.
Yes, exactly. Sumit Vardani, he's as in providing us compliments. I mean, again, the step towards towards digitalization is awesome. MG, great work. Thank you so much. Okay, question from a new user Hari Gotemukkala. Pardon your name, perhaps. The question is: so my exam is on the 20th May. I am weak in English and maths. Please tell me the topic to score highs. Now he has time. He has around, I guess.
Let's start with the math
Guru,
first.
yes. So any topics that he should focus in the coming 7 days?
Only practice on data interpolations, practice on number series and simplification. That's enough.
Okay, maximum time limit for maths?
Approx 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, and third thing.
Question in a 20 minutes you solve with accuracy 15 to 20 questions.
And third thing,
Right.
on Mahindra Guru, we provided you a video how to crack SBI
In
in
10
10 days.
days.
That video is very crucial, in which we've given you a day-by-day approach
Yeah.
on how to crack the math section. Okay, a question from Kritika. Now she's saying, I'm good at reasoning and maths, as I have analyzed, but in English I'm not coming in some topics, which are close tests and parajumbles. Any approach so I can prove these topics?
Well, see, as far as closest is concerned, I'd like to reiterate the approach. That's a 5-step approach. The first is to read the full sentence. The second is to imagine the missing word. The third is to check out every options and get the correct one. The fourth is trust your intuition. And whenever you find two confusing options, analyze and choose the first one that comes to your mind. And the fifth one is just go through it once again. As far as parajumbles are concerned, see, what you should do is you should always read and analyze all the sentences, then find which sentences can be paired and then align them. This is the thing.
Question to Reasoning Guru from Payal979. I have my exams tomorrow. My rank in ST is 13,000. How close my performance in ST is related to my tomorrow exam? Well, she's 13,000 in the... Well, 13,000 out of around 1 lakh people is not bad.
Not bad.
It's not that bad.
But she's on the fringes of...
It depends that how much you are scoring in section
Perhaps she-
wise.
More than your rank, your percentage matters.
Exactly.
Your cutoff matters. Are you clearing them or not? That's matter more.
And one more thing is that matters is your sectional cutoff, whether you
Definitely,
are clearing
your
your
cutoffs matter
sectional
a lot.
cutoff or not. Doesn't matter how much you are scoring, what is your rank exactly.
Exactly.
That's right.
Well, Vishwangi Pramar, there is no specific time for the live streaming. We try to provide live streaming when the exam is near.
Yeah.
For example,
Yes.
if the
Whenever our aspirants need it,
A
we
day
are there.
before the exam day
exactly minimum.
and the exam
Even
day
on the
also.
exam day.
Even
we
on
provide
exam
you
day.
the pre-analysis and the post-analysis of the examination. We are providing right now the pre-analysis of the SBI clerical examination that is going to happen tomorrow, and we would come back tomorrow again to give you the post-analysis of the examination that happened that would happen tomorrow. That is okay. Again, a question to our maths guru. So in maths, how much score is safe? 15 questions, as in we've answered many a times. And in the main section,
Mains maybe vary.
they could vary. Okay.
Across 20-25 questions.
The question is a simplistic one from Abhishek
One
Tripathi.
question may be missing number series basis.
Yes.
Question is that how to solve number series here missing series are a wrong out. That both missing series or wrong out series logic are the same, but compare a missing series to a wrong series. Missing series is easy.
Exactly.
Because missing series logic goes on where question mark we could find, but in the case of wrong out, then you check what logic goes on. Sometimes first number is wrong, then it's a triple. Or if first number check from left to right also,
Exactly.
get what logic in from left side or right side.
Okay, a question from Abhishek Tripathi. Sir, I have applied for Junior Agriculture Associate. So is the cutoff different than a Junior Associate? State-wise, yes, the cutoff could be different, and there would be a state-wise cutoff. Okay, a question from Ramanuj Parasar. Question is, so my English portion is weak. Please give me some useful tips.
Well, if your English portion is weak, and I suppose has it given the exams tomorrow or not?
Perhaps yes. That's why no. That he isn't mentioned in the sentence.
All right. See, if your exam is tomorrow, I'll just say that you should actually go through 5. You should solve at least 5 previous year examination paper. And if your exam is not tomorrow, then that's even better for us, because then you can go through digi pages, digi notes, go through the special videos of rearrangement, close test, and comprehension that we have provided you, and definitely ask your doubts in the live PSS after taking your speed test.
Okay, two questions from Maths and Reasoning Guru. How many DI could come in the pre-examination?
Maybe 5 to 10.
And how many puzzles?
Puzzle and sitting completely 10 to
10
15.
questions. Okay. Now, sir, in the new pattern of SBI Clerk means how much attempt should be enough in the reasoning computer section?
Reasoning computer, in computer we can say that if out of 15 questions are there, then 13, and then at least 25 question from reasoning. So
Okay.
25 and 13 you can calculate that.
Fine. Okay, now Ramanuj Parasar's exam is on the 4th of June.
On 4th of June, yeah.
Yes.
Then you should definitely watch out how to crack SBI in 10 days. Just watch it and you'll find all the specific tips over there regarding English, maths and reasoning.
Okay. From Shubhankar Chaudhary to RG, that is Reasoning Guru. Main topics to be taken into account before 7 days are left for his or her exam
Okay.
for his examination. So, what are the main topics in the 7 days that he should focus on in the reasoning section?
Start with analytical part, analytical inequality and syllogism. We'll get 10 questions from these two topics, and then we'll come to the verbal part, verbal reasoning. And verbal reasoning, important topics are direction and distance, because there is a possibility of 1 or 2 questions from direction distance, one from setting, one from coding. So coding, I think that's not the big issue. You can solve that one. If single coding will not come, then most probably that coding, conditional coding, again I've repeated that conditional coding. You can see in our book also there is a conditional coding question, and other one is substitutional coding. Blood relation is important because 3 question most probably you'll get from blood relation. Then coming to next one, that is setting and puzzle. These two are important. One circular setting and one row setting you will get, and one puzzle you will get. Most probably puzzle will be order
Yes.
puzzle.
RG sir.
Uh,
Should I work on statement arguments?
no need to work in
Okay.
clerical exam and statement and argument. Most probably these are the topics of PO exams.
Yes, English Guru sir, Sri Ram has question, and then another question. What is the safe score? 15 marks, I guess.
See, what's the safe score? That's 15. That means you should attempt at least 15 to 20 with accuracy.
Okay, DS in maths and reasoning tomorrow in the first
No,
paper.
in a DS never comes in a clerical exam. DS always come in a
PO
PO
exam.
exam. So prepare
Reasoning?
for PO.
Reasoning DS.
Data sufficiency in mains exam.
Okay.
In SBI clerk mains, very important topic this one is. In IBPS, SBI PO also you will get 5 question from data
Okay.
sufficiency.
Naveen Kumar had a
Important.
question. Please tell us the attention priority. Well, the priority should be given to the questions that you find easy. And that you're confident in. Perhaps those questions would be right. Okay, weak in English from question from science, maths, gameplay, thoughts and tips in Hindi. His question is weak in English. What strategies should I do? In brief, because you've given strategies for them.
Yeah, definitely. And see, I think if your exams tomorrow, then I should just to go through 5 previous year papers and solve them. And otherwise, what you should do is in examination, you have to attempt minimum 15 20 questions, especially 60% questions should be attempted in close test and comprehension.
Exactly. Akash sir has suggestions. Sir, please provide tomorrow questions. We would provide you the question of SBI Clerk tomorrow. We would also be providing a memory-based
Yes,
speed
yes,
test.
yes.
That would be helpful to all the aspirants because they would be able to gauge the possible questions that are coming in the SBI Clerk examination. Question again to the RG sir. Perhaps you're not Rahul Gandhi. Okay, the question is order and ranking.
Don't want to be.
Order and ranking and non-verbal part would come in the pre-section.
Non-verbal from last 2 or 3 years, I think 3 or 4 years, when online exam started, then they didn't ask question from non-verbal reasoning. Other one is what?
It's yes, the
Non-verbal?
non-verbal part. Order
Non-verbal.
ranking. Yes.
That will order ranking will come. 1 or 2 question you will find from order and ranking.
English Guru,
Possibilities
double
are there.
fillers in English tomorrow.
Well, maybe there, maybe single mark can be there as well.
Okay, how many questions from inequality and silogs tomorrow? Perhaps your assumption.
I think 10.
10. Okay, in ST, the question is from Sandeep Paul. In ST, my marks are good in reasoning and maths, but in English,
Good.
consistently get poor marks. What should I do? In brief, again.
What should you do? Well, I think this is a question that you should have answered a long time ago. What you can do right now is actually to get 20 marks, 20 questions rather, with accuracy in your examination.
Okay, now Mr. Abhishek Tripathi is good at reasoning and English, and he's attempting around 15 to 20 questions in maths. Now that's a good attempt.
Then good.
Okay, Naveen Kumar, the cutoffs as per us is 15 marks in English, 15 marks in
Maximum 15
maths,
marks in English.
minimum that is, and maximum 20, minimum 20
Yeah.
marks in reasoning. Perhaps 20 in each would be a good strategy. Question again to reasoning guru. At RG, that is, syllogism is a concern for me. If I start today in syllogism, watching Mahindra Guru videos, can I achieve 100%?
Definitely.
100%.
Because we have
Yes.
provided all the
All.
confusing points in that
Slots.
videos.
Okay, Vishwangi Parmar has also suggestion. Sir, can you please put some more videos of straight line sitting arrangement?
I have put it one straight line sitting element. You can
Now,
watch
this
it.
question has come a lot of many times, but this is not easy to comprehend. A quantitative answer option.
Okay,
details.
in today we'll discuss that one.
Okay, today, okay.
Like
Negative
this.
marks in Telugu Alive, the negative marks are 0.25 marks, I guess.
0.25
Yes.
marks.
For a section, okay.
0.25.
Now, dear sir, the question is to everybody: where can I purchase your previous year's solved paper book? You do not have to go anywhere. You can always go through the Mahindra's book. We provide you questions, the possible previous years as well as the
You can purchase on
possible
my
questions.
shop. You can purchase on my
Yes,
shop.
write down the website myshop.mahindras.org. On that particular website, you would purchase these sections. Okay, the question is to RG again, sir. SBI Clerk Reasoning which chapters should be skipped totally? Please don't name those chapters that I shouldn't do for tomorrow examination. From
Tomorrow examination.
for example, if
Depend.
Depends.
If there will be two kind of question, like one is setting element puzzle, and out of those two, one is tough and one is easy. Most probably you should skip that puzzle instead of setting element, because setting element will be easy.
Exactly.
Second one, you should skip that question of coding, conditional coding, or otherwise you can skip that question of coding, that is substitutional coding.
Exactly. Joe Francis, perhaps we are providing you videos of Xerox in English, and we would be continue to provide videos on
Yes.
Xerox in English, and we are trying to provide you STs in PDF form on Mahindra Guru. That's a nice suggestion. Also, we will provide series videos as well. Deepak Mishra has a question. Sir, my exam is on the 4th of June. Which topic should I focus in maths first?
Percentage and its application, ratio, average, and another is work and time, what is time, and mensuration. Focus on mensuration mainly. And determination is a main part.
To our English, what topics for the 4th of June examination?
To what topic should for?
For the 4th June examination.
For the
as in.
4th of June examinations, well, you should go through our videos of comprehension, close test, and parajumble and reading sentences, along with concentrate on the go through and study the denotes of preposition, verb, tense, conjunction, and articles.
Muhammad Shabir seems to be stuck in the RC. So how to get, how to go through the RC is rather easy.
See, when we talk about SBI Clerk PRE, you'll get 10 marks. You might get a 10 marks RC, and in those 10 marks, 4 will be of vocabulary based, so you can get that definitely. And you can also, and when we come to those 6 questions, 3 are direct based and 3 are indirect. So you should at least get 2 of the direct questions right away.
Sandeep Paul's question: how many questions from DI? 5 or 10?
5 questions maybe.
Okay.
Maximum 10 questions. 5 questions are based on a pie chart, or line chart, or table basis.
Okay. Akash sir has a suggestion that please provide questions on maximum varying questions on simplification. Well, we will provide you questions on simplification. Okay, according to Ashwin Raj, reasoning should have a attempt of 26. In maths, 12 to 14, well, that is your personal perception. The perceptions could change. Perhaps our perception is that 15 marks in English, 15, 20 in maths, and at least 20.
15
in
to
Any subject
20 in English.
Any
also.
3 subjects
15 to 20
you
in English as
at
well.
least any subjects you attempt 20-25 questions, because
Yeah,
if you we can 2 subjects
Target for that.
Now, this is
Target
unclear.
for
Is he
that.
talking about the cutoff or is he talking about the attempts? That's a little unclear right now.
Perhaps he has to rectify.
because
Ashwin
in
Raj.
maths he attempt only 12 to 14 questions, and reasoning 26,
Exactly.
and
And
English-
actually, if I can just interrupt, there were 2 unanswered questions anyways, because there have been many questions right now. So the thing is, for English, the time period has to be 10 to 15 minutes maximum. All right. So you have to attempt. Normally, students have to attempt 20 to 25 questions in 10 to 15 minutes, so that you can give good time to reasoning and mathematics. And there was someone called Miss Kritika, I suppose.
Yes.
Her question was that when she was doing 15, she's getting 12. When she's getting 20, then she's getting 15 to 16. Ma'am, I said 15 to 20 questions. All right, so that you can get good marks.
Okay, quadratic equations in maths? Maybe possibly.
Last 2 or 3 years, every exams, 5 questions come from the quadratic equations.
With this,
Except IBPS PO means.
with this, we come to an end to our discussion on the last day tips to crack the SBI Clerk PRE. In the end, last comments from Reasoning Guru.
Last comment, target, do what you want to do. That is, I think, I do
your
what I
strategy.
do as our
Rajan has said.
So, I'll say that what you want to do that only.
that only, exactly.
Stick with your strategy. Do well. All the best. Thank you.
Maths Guru,
Okay.
last comments.
Revise all data, revise all things of maths, reasoning, and that thing. Give one speed test
Before the examination.
Before the examination.
Okay, yes, sir.
Gather all your queries that you have, because we are coming back very soon in the video live PSS.
Yes.
Okay. So keep a check about all the things that you're good at. Always remember in life that good things give you happiness and bad things give sorrow. So perhaps
Experience.
experience. Yes, yeah, that's a better word. Give experience. So perhaps grab those good things. Be happy, because happiness does not need a money for you to be happy. So in the end, we conclude this session, and we'll again our esteemed gurus will again assemble in the live video PSS rather soon. And we hope that you would bombard them with various questions that you want to have. Special thanks to all the aspirants, in particular Sumit sir, Sandeep sir, VSW Space, Science and Geography. These people were rather inquisitive, super active and inquisitive about asking questions. So thank you very much. And if you'll succeed, perhaps you will succeed. And if that